Hey there, everyone. Sam Childers, Machine Gun Preacher. I'm still in Kampala, Uganda. Most people that's been following me know that. But hey, the last couple of days, I had some people emailing me, and usually when people email me, that's when I like to get on and kind of make an answer to everyone. Most of you out there have watched the movie Machine Gun Preacher. Now, a lot of people realize that the movie was not real accurate, but it was Hollywood's version of the book that I wrote called Another Man's War. Now, this book, you can get a hold of our office, and down at the bottom, I'm going to have a phone number, and I'm also going to have the website that you can go to, and you can order my first book, Another Man's War. Another Man's War, this book was basically about my life story. And this book was written from what I could remember from my mom and dad telling me before I was born, all the way to when I was born in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And then it went from there all the way through my childhood and everything. And there was also people that I talk about that I went to high school with and everything. And some of these people I'm still very good friends with. One of my high school friends actually comes to Thunder in the City at almost every year, Johnny Curtis. So anyways, I just want to tell you, most of you know this book and heard of this book. If you'd like to get it and read it, you can go down below and you can order it. But what happened the last few days, I had some people, emailing me, and we've been talking back and forth, and even had some guy call me. And it's amazing, a lot of people didn't know that there was a second book called Living on the Edge. Now, what is this book about, Living on the Edge? Is exactly what it says. Some of us can live a very protective life, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of us can live a life where we're always staying away from harm of any kind. But what the book Living on the Edge is, people say, well, what's the second book about? Everything in this book is what's not in the first book. But there's a lot of stories that were really hard stories. The first book, Another Man's War, that book was edited by a Christian organization. So they took out some of the stories because they were too hard to tell. Now, Living on the Edge tells it just how it is, straight from my mouth, no editing at all. But it also tells stories that's not in this book, and it talks about living on the edge. Now, this book came out in 2014. A lot of people don't know this book exists. So what I'm talking about today is you can go down below and you can order this book. You can see the prices and everything that's online, and you can call the office. They'll send a book out to you. But the big thing is, and I've been talking about a third book that we've been delaying. And a lot of it is because of finances. Plus, there's a couple ending pieces, the ending chapter I'm still working on. But that book is going to be coming out soon. And that book is The Most Unlikely is the name. The name of that book is The Most Unlikely. And when you open up the cover of the third book, it says, The Most Unlikely Never to Succeed in Life, Sam Childers. And, I talk a lot about how to succeed. So that is the third book. We're actually working on a fourth book right now. So we are hoping yet this year to put into production. Like I said, we got the last chapter we've been holding off on, just waiting on a few exciting things to happen. We're going to do the last chapter of the third book, The Most Unlikely. That is the name of the third book. But listen, for you people that's been asking, there's a second book. Is there a second book? Yes. It's called Living on the Edge. You need to get it. This book, Living on the Edge, has been very successful in the non-Christian world. People that don't serve God, they love this book because it's just what it says, living on the edge. And most of those people that don't know God or not living with Christ in their life, that's exactly what they're doing. They're living on the edge. But see, as a Christian, we can also serve God, and we can be one of those people living on the edge because we're living on the edge to change other people's lives. So I want to encourage you. Get online, call the office this coming week. I know it's a holiday weekend, but call the office and order this book. If you have anybody dealing with addictions, dealing with things in life, dealing with suicide, just really not happy with their life they're living. You need to get them this book, Living on the Edge. And listen, that's all I got to say, but keep your eyes open. I hope before the end of 2020 or the first part of 2021, the third book will be coming out. The fourth book we're working on yet. You know, somebody said to me the other day, they said, well, how many books are you going to do? I don't know how long God's going to have me living, but I hope I can do one every few years. Remember, this book came out the end of 2014. Okay, so it's been out for a while. A lot of people don't know about it. Get your book now. The warehouse at the office of Angels of East Africa, the warehouse is full of these books. So we have a lot of them to send out to you today. They make a good birthday gift, Christmas gift. Most of all, if you have someone struggling in life, you don't have to preach to them. Just hand them this book. God bless you all. Thank you.